r/AskReddit. World travelers of Reddit, what's your travel hack that you think everyone should know? A small pocket USB power bank has been the best investment ever when traveling. Also, don't delete from your phone, throw away your boarding passes before entering your destination. I've seen border security ask for them. Your boarding pass is also immensely convenient if your bags don't come off the plane. The baggage agents can track your bag faster with the sticker on the back of your boarding pass. I always stick the luggage receipt onto my passport. So even if I lose my paper ticket, I'll have my passport. Do your research. Pack light. Keep soft copies of important travel documents in your phone and cloud storage. Get a universal adapter and a power bank. A copy of your passport and ID on email cloud is super helpful if you ever get robbed or lose one. Way easier to get your stuff replaced if you have everything you can present to your embassy. When I went to Carnival in Salvador, Brazil, I safety pinned a Ziploc bag to the inside of my underwear and kept all my money and ID there. By the end of the night, all the trivial items, maps, brochures, from my pockets were cleaned out by grabby hands. But my Ziploc bag was unscathed. Seriously. Do this and save yourself grief if you know you'll be in crowded venues or streets in areas notorious for pickpockets. Edit. There's some great money belts and whatnot that are on the market. However, in our situation it was a last minute chance to go to Brazil and I didn't think to get a proper money belt thing. When we transitioned planes in Sao Paulo and some girl got her backpack stolen right at the gate when you immediately get off the plane. We were like, okay. We need to make some contingency plans. I travel internationally 1-3 times a month. And the two best tips I have are: travel light, don't bring just in case items. Plan to buy them at your destination if you really need them. Which you don't. Get a phone plan that allows free data roaming, for example, T-Mobile in US, 3Mobile in Europe. Having a working phone is a game changer. And makes basically every aspect of travel easier. Bonus tip. 2 inflatable pillows, one for the neck, one for the low back, an eye mask, and earplugs make a huge difference sleeping on a plane. It's been mentioned before, but as of the 15th of June all EU SIM cards can be used in all EU countries again. Ode to joy intensifies. If a hot chick starts hitting you on a bar unsolicited, she is probably a hooker or a scam artist. That's okay with me. Getting scammed feels very good. Check 13 times for passport and never leave it in the pocket on the plane. I can't imagine putting my passport in the pocket. Makes me anxious just thinking about it. I know, right? I can't imagine putting anything in there that wouldn't very obviously stick out or physically bump into me if I tried to get up without it. Bring baby wipes if you are going to places where you have no access to bath or shower. A bunch of my friends are active service in the army in Alaska. Whenever they are out training for a few weeks in the wilderness without showers, they always bring baby wipes. It doesn't necessarily stop the stench, but it helps a little. I think it's a feeling of sanitation over stench. Mental cleanliness. Hahaha, I was in the army. One time I took a wet wipe bath before going shooting. My first sergeant asked me, "Do you wipe your ass before you hit?" Me. Number 1 SG. 1 SG. Then why the hell would you take a bird bath before you are going to sweat and run all day? Good times. Glad I'm out. This has worked for me in less developed nations. If you make a connection with someone providing a service, driver, daily tour guide, etc., hire them. If I feel that a driver is doing a good job and doesn't try to rip me off, I offer to hire them for the week. That way, it is one less thing to worry about. For example, I had a great rickshaw driver in India that didn't try to hustle me or screw me over. I enjoyed his company and offered to hire him for the whole week. I said that I wanted to be picked up at 8 AM every morning and set a good price for his services that I would pay at the end of the week. It was awesome. No hassle. No haggling over the price after every taxi ride. And no hustle. He recommended places to eat for us, introduced us to his family, and gave us a genuine experience. He also hooked us up with his cousin in the next city we visited, who we hired as well. I have done this in a bunch of countries: Vietnam, Egypt, Jordan, Nepal, etc., and really makes the trip easier. Instead of buying expensive international roaming and data from your cell provider, just buy a cheap prepaid rechargeable SIM in whatever country you need service. Having both phone and data makes for a fun traveling experience, since you can keep in touch with your people and also post photos. Use the GPS and book Uber/Lyft rides, which are more convenient and usually cheaper than taxis. Or if you have a SIM from an EU country, you can use your data minutes texts in any member country as if you were at home from the 15th of June. Thanks Brexit. Change of underwear, toothbrush, cash, and device charger in whatever bag will be on your body the entire time you're traveling. Lost bags happen and a fresh pair of skivvies can make all the difference. Also, take a water bottle with you to the airport. Empty it before security, then refill near your gate. Most airports these days have water bottle filling stations to make it easy. Always roll your clothes instead of folding them. It takes up less space and reduces wrinkling. Also for backpacking, keep it in plastic bags and do not sort fitters with shirts, socks with socks, and so on. Keep them in a set of clothes. Then you just have to get on plastic bag out and have all you need at hand. Keep it in plastic bags and do not sort fitters with shirts, socks with socks, and so on. Also seems like a good idea in case one of the bags rips and or gets wet. That way only one outfit will be ruined instead of all your socks or all your shirts getting wet. Make sure you eat fruits and vegetable. Fiber will keep you hitting regularly, and it's a good way to try new foods where you travel. But not always fresh fruit and vegetables. If your stomach doesn't agree with the water in the country, happens often when Westerners travel to Asia for example, the fruits veggies will be washed with that water. Whereas cooked food will have killed most any pathogens you can't handle. That said, when traveling to places like that, make sure the first couple days are low key and you have access to some amenities, as that's when you're most likely to get sick. Corollary: carry at least 2 pills of Imodium on you at all times. Always carry a bottle of water while sightseeing on a hot day, especially ruins or a place that's located on a bigger, closed area. There might be no shop available once you cross a gate and the sun has no mercy. It also applies to long bus trips and hikes. Do not annoy airline gate agents or anyone else in the airport. Don't be a dick is a good general rule. If you're going on an around the world trip, travel westward as the time zone changes will reduce the effects of jet lag. JFK to Heathrow, duck IT, let's go west. Slow down. There is no need to see all the sights. Just see a few at a leisurely pace and you will enjoy them a lot more. Good examples of this are going from museum to museum in Paris and actually not seeing anything because the collections are so rich. Or driving from one national park to another in the United States without realizing how huge and how far apart they can be. Also plan your meal times according to local customs. Most European restaurants close at 2 p.m. for a break. Good luck getting a decent lunch after that. Slow down. I'll add to this. Don't worry about what other people would do in your place, or how somebody at home will enjoy the pictures that you bring. It's your trip. Do it your way. See what you want. Don't go where you don't want to. It's okay to do things the majority wouldn't. Just like it's okay to not do things the majority would. Like reading a book instead of looking out the window on a train all the time. Or just ignoring that big festival because it's too crowded. Mine is always have plasters, band-aids, on hand. You'll get blisters, and they will be very annoying till you cover them. My first month working in a convenience store in New Zealand, I always told customers we didn't sell plasters. I had no idea that's what some people called bandages. Band-Aid is a brand BTW. Don't get drunk in Tijuana. I'm interested. Tell me more. Don't get drunk in Tijuana. If you're going to a country where someone you know, IRL or on the internet, lives, hit them up for information on what to see and where to avoid. Even if they personally don't know the area you're going to be in, chances are they know someone who does and can help you out. This one has never steered me wrong in all my travels. Cheap power banks. You can find decent ones at the dollar store, you just put 2 AAs in. Also, a phone charger with 2 USB ports instead of 1. Hey, can I swap out your charger with mine? We can both charge. We'll ensure you can always charge your phone with no fuss. Even if there are only 1 or 2 power outlets. Or a small power bar, so if all the plugs at the airport are gone, you can ask to unplug someone for a moment, then plug yourself and them back in and charge your laptop, tablet. Be nice to every single person. Talk, learn about them and their culture. Most people are welcoming and happy to have you in their country. When you show interest, they are very happy to inform you about things you won't learn in books. I am an extremely inquisitive person, so I like to sit in the front seat of the taxi and talk to the driver the whole way. There are 2 benefits to this behavior. Firstly, you will expand your knowledge and find out nice spots and hacks about the place that you're in. Secondly, I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten awesome deals just because I was friendly. In Netherlands, I took a taxi from Rotterdam to Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam. It was a big fare and the driver literally took 70% off the fare. I have had very similar experiences all over the world. The most recent one was in Dubai, where the front desk upgraded my room to a business suite along with access to VIP lounge. Just talk and be nice. It doesn't cost anything and the payoff is great. I would say be nice to people who you approach. And be cold as duck to people who approach you. Best advice in this thread. If you're in a foreign country and someone approaches you with good English, politely tell them to duck off. If you talk to them long enough, the conversation will eventually end up with you paying for something. I like to view it as, would someone behave like this to me in my own country? No. So why is this stranger speaking to me when they should likely be working at 2 PM on a Tuesday? If you plan sightseeing a city, try to go by foot as much as possible. This way you will learn much more about the city and the people. My last time in Tokyo, I was walking daily car 20 kilometers and it was amazing to see small neighborhoods and shops, restaurants which you wouldn't see because there aren't any attractions. You get to experience the culture much more. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe to RedditQueen for the best daily content.